Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is my complete beginner's guide to Ostranauts. I'm so happy you're with me. And this episode is dedicated to going back and learning how to sell off the stuff that we just salvaged off of this ship. It's not that complicated, but there are a couple of things to consider as you're doing it. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. First, we have to get back to the base, and we're going to hit that to show the screen here. I want to untarget that guy and retarget OKLG, K-leg. We want to target that. We are 133 kilometers away, not bad. So we are going to back away and we're going to want to float to the right, and then we will match bearing and head towards it. In order to undock, we need to come over here. We could hit local channel, I think. Nope, that's only to K-leg. Never mind. Forget I said that. We could hit hail ship. It's the ship that we're right next to. And that would be this one. But there's an even easier way to do all of this. Let's go back and look at that. And that is dock info, request clearance, undock. There it is. And we're going to unclamp, back away. We will see our range starting to increase. We're now doing 30 meters per second away and rising. We're 50 meters per second. We'll go back over here. We want to match navigation to our target. So we're playing with these numbers. I'm going to rotate. Well, first of all, we're going to get some right thrust happening. Thrusting to move us right. And that's pretty good. You'll notice we have a pretty wicked cross velocity here, and that'll change a little bit here in a moment. Now we want to match this bearing. So we're going to go right. We're going to rotate right until that's a 0. See our ship spin in a little bit. And we're approaching that now. I stop it a little short. There we go, not bad. And then we're gonna thrust towards it, so forward. And I'm also going to cancel out that cross rotation or cross velocity. So I'm basically thrusting forward and left right now to reduce that number and increase our speed home. And that is pretty darn good. Really good bearing, and the cross velocity is 0 right now. It will drift a little bit because the station is moving. The station is rotating around that asteroid, right? So it's on the asteroid, and the asteroid has a rotation to it. So that will be something to expect. But for now, we're good, and we'll be there in 15 minutes. So we're going to spend some of that time cleaning, of all things. Not cleaning, but repairing stuff. And specifically, I want to see about repairing. Yeah, so this thruster is damaged. I probably don't have the parts I need to repair it. And if I click on it, it tells us that we are missing carbon fiber and aluminum. So I need carbon fiber and aluminum to fix this thing up. Over here, we can try this one. Now, this one isn't damaged. It just needs to be restored. So that's a good sign. We're going to go ahead and restore that. Come over there and we'll see that he can start working on that. That's that turbo pump. It should be worth a few bucks. That's a good find for us. Ultimately, what I want him to do is repair all of the equipment. And if I tell him to auto task, he will repair the equipment, but often he will repair other stuff first. Now, it turns out, look at that. He's restoring the conduit. That's not the worst thing. The conduit might sell for as much as like 30 bucks each. But if it's damaged or in poor repair, it will sell for like $1 each. So from a percentage gain perspective, that's a good one to repair. And I'm perfectly happy with him doing that. We're going to go for about another 10 minutes because I forgot to pay attention. So we'll go to 1658. And we'll check our time and our speed then and adjust. He's just moving right along. It does look like he is prioritizing the equipment, right? He's back to doing conduit, although he did restore wall as well, so maybe not. I would like him to do these canisters because that can be really important. But for now, we are going to cancel his current action, slow down time to 2 times speed, and we're going to use the nav station just to make sure I didn't mismeasure time too much. 5 minutes still. I'm going to go ahead and when it's paused, you can't maneuver. That's just, okay, it is what it is. We're going to slow down to 1 time. I'm going to slow down to 100 meters per second. And then I feel that gives me enough leeway. So we're going to be 7 minutes or so. We're down to 95. I feel like when the alarm goes off, I will have plenty of time to come and get the ship slowed down and get us moving on to our next task of getting docked. All right, right now, auto task. I really want him to work on those canisters, and he's fixing one now. And I can force it also. What I can do is come up here, go to canisters, repair, and just whoop, just like that. And he will fix those as he can. You can be doing probably 150 and slow your ship down in time to not slam into something like a station. I'm slightly leery of that. I've had some mishaps before where I misjudged or I didn't get back here fast enough. I took a route different. So you'll have a larger ship. You might not get there as fast as you'd like. Okay, there's the proximity alarm. We knew that was coming. Go ahead and head over there. Now, don't forget, the first time you hit like 1 to use something, it's talking about canceling whatever it was you were doing first. We want to dock. I'm slowing down now. Request docking clearance. I'm continuing to slow down. I probably can stop slowing down at this point. Yeah, we're down to 16. We're doing fine. I'm going to flip back over here. I meant to hit this. I think it scared me because I forgot to hit it. It was still going. We're in really good shape here, actually. Bring that down to 0 as best we can. Man, we can sail in there now. I'm going to speed up. Actually, I don't want to do that too much. We'll use time acceleration instead. As I mentioned, the distances seem to be a lot narrower than they used to be. And that does have me thinking a little bit. So there we go. Used to be you could attach it like 400 meters to the station. And I just don't know if that's still the case. Nope, we're well inside of that. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Come on, rotate. There it is. Oof, that was a little close, 80 meters. That was my fault. I hit the left, I meant to hit right. And it shifted me the wrong direction. Nonetheless, we are docked now. I am happy with that. What are we looking at there? Okay, so we have a little time before our next mortgage payment is due. And by a little time, I mean 52 minutes and 7 seconds. I want to fix up as much as I can in the next half hour. And we will see what that affects. Then we will go and sell stuff that is completely repaired, pay our mortgage, and then fix everything else up. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to go ahead and put him on auto task for now. Get him working. Be about 2 minutes of real time. I'll probably just skip forward to where he's done with that and when I'm slowing down anyway. Don't love that. You have to go and turn that off every time. Okay, and we're back. He's done a little bit of restoring here, and I realized I needed him to restore or repair a couple of things that we need parts for. So I went ahead and marked them when I right click it and tell it to repair it. If it doesn't have stuff it needs, it leaves a marker on it. Basically, we need some steel, we need some aluminum, we need some carbon fiber, and these are all things we can get from the supply desk. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think it, oh, no, I'm sorry. We don't get it from here. We get it from the scrap desk, which makes sense, right? You would get that stuff from scrap. And then we'll show you the difference here of what those prices would look like. Okay, we're gonna come down here. It's usually in the middle to the bottom. So he has some aluminum here. Ouch. Oh, there's, okay, hopefully what we need, it looks like it is all down there. Good. So some scrap aluminum like new. Let's go ahead and get, I don't know, 5 of those. And then we're going to come down a little further. I don't think we'll need those just yet. It did call out carbon fiber, and that was like on 3 of the things. So I'm going to get 6, and it called out steel on 2 of them. So we'll get 5 there. And I think that'll be pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and say accept. And then real quick, we're going to go around the corner here to the desk. Let's take a look at what some of those prices are for the things that are damaged. We're going to come in here and in cargo. So look at that. We're going to sell those canisters at $839 to the license desk. This one's $900, and that's because they're full, and that makes them much more valuable. This one isn't fixed yet. It's worn, and it's already $600. So when we bump that one up, it's going to give us a pretty penny too. Let's come down here though, and these things. So this thruster, and I think there's 2 of them actually. They're damaged and loose, but like new. I don't fully understand that. They don't even want it, but once we fix it, they will. The air pump that we fixed up already, $1,000, that's great. The RCS intake, we haven't fixed yet. They don't want it. The turbo air pump, which we have fixed, $2,000. So we are going to make quite a haul here. We're going to make several $1,000s. I'm really excited about that. That's a really good first mission. Then you'll also notice the conduit, the stuff that's worn. Well, you got to match like for like. So worn, $22 each, used, $33, like new, $44. So there you have it. You can see that breakdown pretty darn easily. Worth getting those bumped up, that'll be 150 extra bucks. But there is the value of your time. How much time do you really want to spend doing that? And that's up to you. Sometimes I feel more open to doing that myself than others. We're not going to sell any of it yet, though, because we want to see what the price is in other places, too, like at the black market. First, though, we're going to come back here and finish fixing stuff up. And there you can see what he's basically doing is he's putting the pieces that he bought, grabbing them and putting them on the stuff, and now he's fixing it. That looks like it's one of the thrusters. Nope, that's the intake. That's a thruster. That's a thruster. Now he's repairing the other pump. If we right-click this, it's at 100% now. Cool to see what that's going to look like. I wonder if he needs other pieces that he doesn't have for these, because he hasn't really looked in their direction yet, has he? I'm going to pause for just a minute. Let's see if he can repair this or what's missing. Cancel action and then 4 to repair. Unable to comply. That tells me it's missing something. And if we roll over it, it's missing a motor. Okay, so we need to buy a motor for that and a motor for this. And we can do that. Here's what we're going to do. We're running out of time for when our mortgage gets paid. So we don't have to sell everything at once. What I'm going to do, look in here. Yep. So we need to get a pair of motors, and we're going to do that. And I do think that comes from supply. I'm probably wrong again, but we'll see in a second. We come down here. Is this where motors were? I guess that's a scrap as well. My bad. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So pretty much parts. We buy parts. Way to remember that. Let's come do that. Oops, want to stay paused. And we want to scroll down, and there's motors. I see a couple right there, like new, 1, 2. That's all we need. They will get delivered to the ship. We're going to say accept. But we only have 12 minutes before we have to make our next mortgage payment. We need to do it by then. We can do it early. What I want to do is try to see if we can sell this stuff that is like new already for a better price at the black market. So we're going to go down there real quick. Talk to our buddy. Well, that was quicker than I expected. Let's slow time down so I'm not wasting everything. And that's not him, is it? Is that our buddy? I don't think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Offer to trade. We're going to sell. And yeah, he doesn't want any of that, but he will want some of this stuff. Oh, he doesn't want the nitrogen. Wow, that's really unusual. A lot of times he will take that stuff. He will pay $900 for the thruster, and that's the only piece he wants. That does surprise me a little bit. Now, something to note, he will change his inventory and the things that he desires at this time, which is 1902. That's call it an hour and 15 minutes from now. So we could wait around and see what he would give us then. But we do have pretty good options elsewhere. So let's go ahead and go back upstairs. You know what? Let's see if the Sundries desk would buy any of this. Although what we did see is Sundries doesn't pay you at all. Yeah, they'll give us something for it, but this is pennies on the dollar. We're not selling any of that here. That's for sure. So out of there, slow time back down, jump onto the transit, speed back up, go back to the port. And what I'm going to do is sell enough of the stuff that is marked as new. Where's he going? Oh, he has. Okay, so this is what's happening here. He has the motor parts now, and since these are flagged, he's going to go and try to fix these right now. I don't need him to do that just yet. I need to go and sell a couple of things real quick. We're going to come in here, go to cargo. And any of these that are like new, these are going to be the best prices we're going to get. So we're going to sell this one and this one and this one. And now the prices are different because they have different amounts of nitrogen in them. That's really what it is. This one only has 5,000 kPa. This one had 19,000. This one has 33,000. So you can see that that's where the price fluctuation is. Nothing we're going to be able to do about that. We're not buying nitrogen to fill them up. I don't think that is sustainable. We're going to skip the oxygen container because it is not fixed yet completely. Instead, we're going to go to these. And we're just going to go ahead and sell all of them. Notice we're already up to $6,000. Don't want to sell those motors. That was almost a mistake. And we'll sell the rest of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Then also the intake regulator, he'll pay us $1,000 for it. We'll do that one. The conduit, we're going to go ahead and sell all the conduit because we just want the money for now. The turbo air pump, that's one we'll sell. And we'll do all of this. And we'll save those because they can still be repaired a little bit. So $13,000 for our first haul, and we're not even done yet. We've got an air pump, a couple of thrusters that still need to be repaired. That is an extremely good haul. I'm so happy with that. So we're going to accept that payment. And now we're going to do two things. Well, he's going to go back to the ship, and he's going to start fixing that, and that's fine. To pay our mortgage, all we really have to do is click on the time here and say prepay mortgage. And it asks us how much do we want to pay. And it starts by telling you all the money. It tells us what our current rate is. So we have to pay minimally this much. I'm going to pay $5,000. So that's effectively the equivalent of 2 payments. And you'll notice it reduces my new rate, my rate for my future payments. If I only paid the $23.40, my payments would stay pretty much at $23.40, pretty close to it. So we're going to go up to $5,000. We'll go to $6,000. we had a heck of a haul. So I usually try to pay like half of what I make each time, and that'll knock this down pretty quickly. And there we have it. Mortgage is paid, and we'll see what happens here in the next 10 minutes, but let's go ahead and let him do his thing. I could speed that up just a little. Well, he's working on floor now. We don't want him just working on floor. He's working on that O2 can, and that's going to make it worth a lot more money. I think it was at about 500. We'll see what it does. Most specifically, I want him to get these things taken care of. So we're going to cancel and tell him to restore that. Oh, that one was done. We will repair this. Unable to comply. What am I missing? Oh, he needs mechanical parts. All right, that's my bad. I missed that before. All right, shift ends in 5 minutes. Click money total to resolve payments. Well, we already did, kind of. What we're going to do is say pay selected payees, because we do have other fees that we have to pay, like the Port Authority and air exchange fees and things like that. And so we're just going to say, okay, do it. It's basically the ones that are checked. Now, that one bothers me because it looks like we're paying our mortgage again, and I guess that's okay. We have the money for it. I just wish it didn't do that. I thought that it would automatically register it. It doesn't seem to be doing that. So pay selected. Good to go. Oh, maybe it didn't. I'm not sure now. Well, here is what it did pay. It did pay. Yeah, it paid our mortgage again. That's okay, but you can see the itemized list. Okay, we're going to jump out of that. I'm going to start to wrap things up here. Let's finish this up, though, and then see. Okay, so we need mechanical parts, right? That's what we said. I had even grabbed some of those, if I recall. Didn't we grab a stack of 5 of those or something? So as you can see, we will always need mechanical parts. Electronic parts aren't far behind. Really all of that stuff. I keep them in crates, and actually I have a bag that's dedicated to each one in crates is what I generally do. So we will work on that as we move forward. For now, there we go. We will find ships that have literally hundreds of those pieces on them. So now he's going to go back and he's going to try to fix those things because that's what he does. There he goes. And after he repairs it, he will then start to restore it. That's going to take him a minute, although he's at 20 times. That's okay. Why is he not? There we go. He was repairing the floor there, wasn't he? Maybe not. Oh, he repaired the thruster. Now we need to restore the thruster. Okay. I see what he's doing. He didn't move from here, so it was kind of hard to tell that's what he was doing. There it goes. Love the Doppler effect of those when you speed up time. Now he's restoring floor. I want to restore more conduit, which is a little silly. I normally don't restore the conduit before I sell it, but I'm seeing it's not a nothing number, right? It's got a little bit of a markup there. So every dime you make is a dime you can knock off of your mortgage. That's the way I look at it. There are things that aren't worth your time, and this is probably one of those, but we're wrapping up here. All right. I think that's going to do it. Let's go see what we can make on all of what we've done now. We're going to come up here. And I noticed these vodka bottles that we gave to, I forgot her name. Was that Kelly Ruiz? I don't remember. They're all sitting here. I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know what's going up, but we're going to pick them up. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Oh, no room in inventory? Really? Ah, there's something going on with it. It won't let us just pick it up. Can't put it in your hand. I wonder if you need... I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. I wouldn't mind seeing that get cleaned up at some point. That's... There basically are maintenance folks that go around and they fix up the station over time and they will clean things up. I'm hoping that's one of the things they choose to clean. Did I hit F1 at some point? I sure did. All right, so let's go ahead and sell our stuff. Finish our trade here of all the things. So we're going to hang on to these things. The cutlass is new. I'm glad to see you can't sell your permit anymore. For a while, you could buy a permit for $5,000 and sell it for $5,600 right away. And that, I just didn't like that. I think it was probably just an incidental bug. They didn't mean to make it happen that way. It just was working out that way. So repairing this canister took it from $500 to $700. That's great. Those thrusters, $3,000 each. Fantastic. 2 of those. That air pump, $1,100. All those conduit parts. We do eventually want to start saving conduit. I just don't think we're to the point yet where we need to. That is another $8,000 in our pocket. Look at that. Boom. We can start to think about buying some of those more important tools, just not the laser torch yet. Actually, we bought most of the important tools now that I think about it. What I might want to do is see if there's any backpacks available, because there is a chance that they have gotten past their resupply date. We'll pause here for a second, and he will resupply to tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. So we got 18 hours to wait, a little more than. That's okay. Let's look through here. We could stand to maybe buy at least 1 crate, maybe 2. We've got the money to do it now. So he only has 2 for sale. We're going to go ahead and take them both. I do like to get the truck here, but not yet. We'll get one of those eventually. And I do like to grab a couple of extra work lights. They can be expensive, but they are very important to you. We don't need any additional tools yet. Eventually you'll want additional tools because you're going to have crewmates and they will need tools. And some of them will have their own tools, but not all of them. Okay, don't need any of this yet. An EVA suit, as we can see, is going to be about $10,000. We could afford it now, actually, but we're going to hold off. We're going to wait just a little longer on that. Maybe one more really, really good push with a good salvage. Just continuing to look through here. Could stand to buy some food. We don't need food yet, but we will soon. I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these. 118 for it is honestly not bad. But if you eat better food, you get bonuses. And so we don't want to do that a whole lot. And then the hygiene pack, we do want to have that available to us, but I don't think we need it yet. We're still well groomed. We'll buy that as needed when we come to the station for now. Eventually we'll have a supply of that as well. That's everything else. Batteries. We did buy a couple of lights. They need batteries. I think they should come with batteries, but they are not. These are disposables. No, they're double Bs. I said they were double A batteries. They're double B batteries. How could I get those mixed up? Nonetheless, we're going to grab a couple of those just so we have them on hand, find a place for them, accept all that, $2,200, and that all got delivered to our ship. So we'll come here and get that situated right now. Why is there somebody on my ship? That's not supposed to happen. I don't know what that was about, folks. And we were in an autosave mode there. That's fine. Let's open this backpack, or bag. It's not a backpack. The bag had small electronic parts. We're going to put that there. And let's open... we were putting our clothes in the toolkit now, weren't we? Yes. That's where I put my pressure suit. His hand. That's where the other ones are. So we're going to do that. Why am I doing that? I'm going to bring these over here. We're going to open this crate. We're going to say access inventory, and then all this stuff is going to start to get put in that crate. And this will become our spare parts crate. And we're literally going to call it that. We're going to come up here and name it spare parts crate. And for now, it will just hold everything loose, including the scrap metal and the scrap stuff. But eventually we'll break all that out into separate labels and things just so we don't get them too confused. And for now, we're just going to come down here. And I'd like to put that in this corner because when you couldn't name things, location was everything. This one doesn't have anything in it just yet. I'm thinking I'm going to grab the food stuff, and I missed the electronic parts on the floor with the batteries and the lights. And you'll notice the lights do have batteries in them already. That's important and good. We will hold on to those for now, but we're going to come down here. This bin, you'll notice it's over the crate just a little bit. That's because it's on the wall. We can use it separately. We'll put the food in there and close that. And then I think we'll open this one. And this is where we will put these additional work lights for now and the batteries that will help power them. I think that's everything there. And then finally, we'll open this crate again. And I meant to drop these in there as well. Something else you can do is drop it there, and you'll notice it automatically added it to the appropriate pile. So that's important to know. It's a good shortcut. And I think that will do it for this episode. We will continue to move forward from here with some other little tips in that, but otherwise probably just do some playing and see how some of the interactions happen inside the game. We do want to get to a point where we have to maybe do some eating and drinking and sleeping, and we'll learn how those happen as we get to those. But in the meantime, we'll have some fun and gain some money and do some payoffs. So I do want to thank you for your time. I hope you will continue to watch through this series and any that come up after it. I'm considering going ahead and doing another Let's Play of Ostranauts because it is a tremendously fun game. And who doesn't love a good Let's Play on a science-based survival game, right? Science fiction-based survival game. So there you have it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll consider doing so. But until next time, either way, fair travels.